Today we are presenting the Medal of Merit posthumously to Jimi Hendrix for his deep and long-lasting impact on the state of Washington and the world as the greatest electric guitarist in the history of rock music.
Jimi Hendrix finally was honored with the Washington State Medal of Merit 55 years after his passing, but long overdue, but definitely a glorious day for the family. And we're super proud, as we always have been, and we're just glad that the government is now acknowledging Jimi's contributions to society.
And I just really want to be clear, these are literally the highest civilian honors that we can bestow on behalf of the state of Washington. The Medal of Merit honors those who gave a lifetime of service to the people of Washington. And today, of course, we honor a music legend, truly unique, right? Like one of a kind. A legend probably does not do justice to Jimi Hendrix.
It felt like a new day, like a new start, a new chapter in Jimi's legacy. It's no longer all of these bad rumors about him. Now they're seeing him for who he is, and he's been officially recognized for what we already have known. But it's just super important because this is the first step in the right direction of telling Jimi's true story in history, that he was a brilliant human being. Never was driven by money, only driven by art and spreading peace and love. Jimi's legacy means a lot to us. He's guided us all our lives. He showed us what you could do. He showed us what we could all do as human beings.
Jimi passed September 18, 1970. So here today, March 18, 2025, that's 55 years after his passing. His influence has never stopped, so we still respect and proud to all be a part of the family.
It's huge, like, and I've experienced it. Like, we've rode through the CD with my mom and my grandpa, just like, and he was just saying like, oh, me and Jimi used to like get food here, play at the park here, and just like ride bikes here before like he like, I don't know, went to the army and stuff and people got older. Like, they were really close. They were locked in. Like the way my grandpa told me, like him and Lil Jimi were locked in, like, yeah. But I'm still a fan of my great uncle. I still listen to his music. I still have classic songs I always play on a daily basis and stuff. My mom showed me, like, since I was a baby, she's been doing the music. And I grew up in like a music household, like living in the studio all my life and like watching my mom teach people how to play instruments.
We've all been products of the Hendrix Music Academy.
That's why I feel like it would be like dishonorable for us not to keep going what Jimi had going for himself and for his family. Like, he really did that.
Jimi is honored because we've been in Washington State since 1903. You know, when my grandma first came here, 1903. I thought it was awesome because, you know, as I told them, Booth Gardner, the old governor, used to be Jimi's football coach. And we were so poor that Booth Gardner had to buy Jimi's football shoes so he can come to practice.
I hope that more people, that greater population sees his family, gets to know that we're still here, very active in community, very active with our youth. I'm very active in the homeownership space. I want documentaries on Jimi's life, his true life. I just want to see the love that was shared, you know, that Jimi emitted into the community everywhere he went. I mean, he is the most influential guitar player, not just the best, not just the GOAT, he's the most influential because he was able to bring people together across racial lines. He was able to fight for policy. I mean, there's so much more that Jimi was able to impact than just music. And I don't want his legacy to be boiled down to just that. And I want people to know that there are still members and limbs of him that are walking today, sharing that love and message.
He was an artist who influenced music, influenced style, who influenced generations. And I can't think of a better way to honor Jimi than this quote, which has a great deal of meaning to my husband and I. Some birds aren't meant to be caged. Their feathers are just too black.
Jimi was more than a musician. He was a spiritual giant, actually. He wrote the music that made the people march, stop the war. You know, see, what's happening now when nobody's writing the music to make the people stand up and go, because we're gonna lose our democracy. And he was like a messenger. He's always with me. You know, when I go to Europe, when I'm on stage and I'm not feeling good and shit, I said, help me, Jimmy. And I remember what he used to say. He said, if you hit a flat note, bend it. And don't hit a D flat when you're playing an E.